how are you? Good morning, friends. Hello to you on Facebook. Hello to you on Instagram. Tanj here. If we've never met before, I'm a peak performance specialist for real estate leaders and teams that really want to grow themselves and their business in the least amount of time, and you've tuned into Mindset Mastery Monday. Mindset Mastery Monday is where I jump on here on social and share some top tips to really master your mindset so you can go and create and live and enjoy a life that you love. So Karen Hardy is in the house. Good morning, Karen Hardy. Great to have you here. Happy Monday, my love. Hope you had a great weekend. I hope all of you had a great weekend. I had a very chilled weekend and I've had a beautiful morning doing my, hey Taylor, doing my Dr. Joe Dispenza's pineal meditation, which goes for about an hour and 20. So I've had a great start to the day. So if you are in real estate and you had your show day on Saturday, gosh, here in Australia, I hope you navigated the weather as best as you can. It definitely, winter is doing what winter does. Lloyd Hillard is in the house. Kate Ashton's in the house. Sold by TY is in the house. Yay. Hey, Joanne. Michael, good morning to both of you. And Karen, George, and Dee, good morning. So whether you're tuning in here on Instagram or whether you're tuning here on Facebook, I love you. Thanks for spending your time with me and us. Do me a favor, type in one word that sums up your state right now if you're not driving. So what's your state right now? Are you inspired? Are you deflated? Are you excited? Are you flat? Are you numb? Are you ecstatic? Where are you at? I'm just keen to tune in and see, where are you at right now with your state? Do you feel positive or negative? Type it in. I'm curious. Now, as you're typing that in, Brendan, good morning. Great to have you here as well. As you're typing in, hey, Karen, thanks so much for tuning in. By the way, guys, tell me on Facebook, how's the reception? Let me know if it's good. If you're watching this live, type in live. And if you are watching the record, just type in record. That just gives me a sense of when the message is getting to you. So this morning's theme, hey Jade Lee, good morning, welcome to have you here. Reflective, Greg's feeling reflective. Michael says hey Michael. So as I said, do me a favor, type in, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling positive, negative, somewhere in between? Are you feeling empowered or disempowered, somewhere in between? Type it in, Instagram and Facebook. I really, really am keen to tune in and see how you are. Greg, thanks for being first cab off the rank to say you're feeling reflective. Reflective's good because that gives you a sense of assessing, well, where am I, how am I, and what can I do next? Reception is fine. Aha, yay, great. Okay, let's get stuck straight into it. So this morning's question was written in by a new viewer and listener, and it's something I have covered before, but it's a consistent problem and, in my humble view, an epidemic for most of us human beings, which is, how do I manage negative thinking? So this is a very valuable conversation, especially if you're in real estate, because you have actively put yourself in a counterintuitive environment that's going to elicit all of your subconscious and conscious fears, because as human beings, we desire 4 key things. And as I share these 4 key things, I invite you to reflect on these things for yourself first, but also your clients, because when you're dealing with selling people's biggest asset, depending on their circumstances, most people, you're stirring up the sediment of survival. So fear and concern and uncertainty gets elicited, even if they're selling on positive terms. So you have put yourself in a counterintuitive environment and you're dealing with high levels of stress. So you've got to have a mindset to master not only rejection, but high levels of your stress in times of uncertainty and your client. So this is really critical. Karen George is feeling energetic and Dee is feeling inspired and content. Fantastic. Well done. Great to hear from you. Thanks for sharing how you're feeling. Now, the 4 things that we human beings want is certainty, security, instant validation, and instant gratification. So that's what you want when you're in real estate. And life, actually, forget just real estate. I want to feel certain about what I'm doing, where I'm going, where I'm headed, secure in my foundation, in my health, in my wealth, in my life, in my family. I want instant validation. We all want to be validated. We all want to know that we are good enough, we belong, and we matter. And finally, we all want gratification. Now, some to varying degrees depending on our upbringing and depending on, our experiences and our self-worth and self-esteem. Hey, Julie, great to have you here. So that's what we want. Real estate is counterintuitive. So meaning you're actively putting yourself in situations where you're going to be rejected, knocked back, told no. It's highly competitive. You got to generate every step of the deal. You're going to get paid and paid money to make the sale. So you better have a mindset that's masterful to rise resilient in a world of rejection, uncertainty, and change. Does that make sense as a foundation, as a starting point? Does that make sense, my friends? Oh, lovely smiley face, Julie. Thank you. Okay. Tina Harvey's in the house. Thank you. So if you are struggling with a negative mindset, I want to unpack for you the 5 A's. These are just 5 A's that I worked on over the weekend to give you a sense of awareness around what this mindset thing is and how to deal with a negative state of mind. Because the listener and viewer that wrote in said it is their number one hurdle. It's their number one hurdle. So if you can relate to this, if a negative mindset is often your number one hurdle, can you write yes so I know where you're at as well? Hey, Michelle, great to have you here as well. Thumbs up to you too, Tina. So the 5 A's to how to navigate and manage a negative mindset are this. Number 1. Now, if you're not driving and you've got a pen and paper, write this down. Hi, who have we got here? Athenas, great to have you here too, my love. Thanks for joining. Write this down because when you write it down, you have a kinesthetic relationship with it, increases your learning. If you're driving, just take it in. By the way, if you are watching this and you're not on our email tribe, then just type in your email address, or go, if you're on Instagram, go to our link in our bio and join our email tribe. And there's, promise you, no spam. You just get 2 emails a week, sometimes 1, because I combine Rapid Fire Friday and Mindset Mastery Monday. And it's just free peak performance coaching. There's no upsell, there's no steak knives, there's no jacket with coats, with watches, right? It's just content for you. And that means you don't miss out. Morning, Holly, great to have you here, my love. G'day, Kim and Anita. All right, so here are the 5 A's. Thanks for tuning in, ladies. Thanks for spending your time with me. Number 1, are you ready? Awareness. If you have a negative mindset, and you're aware of it, that's awesome, because it means you have access to choose something else. Many people are stuck in the vortex of a negative mindset, just thinking that is reality and that is their life, and they don't have any choice. So awareness that you have a negative mindset is something to be celebrated. It is awesome. It's freaking awesome, because then you can choose. All right. So number 1, awareness that you're negative is great. Now, how do you know if you've got a negative mindset? You know by how you feel. I'm keen to hear, how do you know that your mindset is negative? My thoughts on this are, you know by how you feel. You lack energy, you lack inspiration and motivation, you lack mojo, you lose passion and action and commitment to your daily practice, you're not exercising, you start eating crap, you start drinking more, you aren't sleeping very well. It's quite physical. There's real physical manifestations of it. So that's how you know. So that's the first A, awareness. Awesome. Then you have the power of choice. The second step, or second A, is acceptance. Here's one that I think we really we do things to make our mindset worse. If you are aware that you have a negative mindset and then you start beating yourself up that you have a negative mindset, you are just perpetuating the problem, and where attention goes, energy flows, right? You've heard that saying before. Creates resistance. Yeah. So here you are going, I've got a negative mindset. Bloody hell, I shouldn't have a negative mindset. And you're just doing more of the same. So really accept it. Accept that you and I as human beings, part of the human journey is to be a spirit having a human experience. Life is going to happen to us, and we are going to have reactions and responses. And those reactions and responses will either be empowered or disempowered. Now, when it comes to thinking and negative thinking, here is the reality. International scientific research shows, I can't even speak this morning, shows. I had a 1.5 hour meditation. I think I'm still out of my body a little bit. Let's just call Tanja back in here. Research shows that you and I have between 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day. 90% of them are the same regurgitated thoughts as yesterday, and 85% of them are negative. Okay, so you got to just accept part of being human is you are going to have negative thoughts, but it's your choice whether you stay there. So awareness that you're having them. How do you know? You know by how you feel. Accept it's part of being human, and accept that you're feeling negative, and don't keep resisting it, because what resists persists. The third A is adjustment. We need to adjust our focus. We need to adjust our thinking from the negative to the positive. For some people, this is easier said than done. For me, it is just a simple practice of shifting our focus from what we don't want and what we hate and what we want to avoid and what we're afraid of to what we love. Life can be distilled down to two simple lanes. Two simple tracks in the forest. There's the pathway of what we are afraid of and what we fear, which will definitely create negative thinking. And then there's the pathway to what we love. If I'm feeling negative, I know I'm in fear. I'm fearing an outcome. I'm fearing a loss of something. I'm fearing a bad result. I'm fearing a mistake. I'm fearing I won't hit my expectations or my goals. Does this make sense? If this is making sense, can you please let me know with a hell yes or nah, not really? And one of the quickest ways that you can adjust your negative thinking is put your hand on your heart and go, okay, what would I love? Shift your focus from your fear to what you'd love and start asking much better questions, okay? So shift your focus. That's number one. And inside of adjusting your mind from negative to positive, also get responsible for your negative thinking and ask yourself, is this a useful belief right now? If what I'm thinking, is this going to propel me forward? Is this going to serve me to grow? Is this going to help me achieve my goals? Is this going to help me be of service to people and help transform people's lives and add value? Typically, you'll get no. And then you get, this is just a choice. I'm just really enjoying being hard on myself, which most of us are unconsciously addicted to. We have 5 benefits of the ego. I've covered this before. There are 5 reasons we are addicted to being hard on ourselves. Very quickly, I'll go through these again. We get to be right about our crappy beliefs. We get to avoid responsibility for showing up and doing anything else. We get to stay safe and comfortable, not taking risks and hanging out in familiar territory we don't like, but we know that place. We get to be a victim, meaning we don't feel like we have the power to positively change and transform our life. And we get to feel significant. We get to create drama and chaos and swirl to feel something in our life, especially when we don't feel good enough. We create drama. Make sense? So, hey, Millie, great to have you here, my love. So notice how you feel and adjust from a positive to a negative by shifting the fear into what I love, and start to practice shifting your focus into useful beliefs for you. And that's something that you can create by using number 4, which is alignment. You need, consider, a daily practice to align your thoughts. Meditation is the best way. You would have heard it before. This is no secret. This is confirmation of what you already know. But true meditation is about detaching from thought, making space in your brain. Think about it. If we have 60 to 90,000 thoughts swirling in our brain every day, 90% of them are the same thoughts that we are regurgitating from yesterday, and 85% of them are negative. We are stuck in a quagmire. Meditation is about separating from those thoughts, making space, and then having our eagle view of, wow, look at the morass that's going on in my mind. Look at what's happening in between my ears. This is not serving me. It's draining my energy. It's impacting my action taking, which is absolutely influencing the results that I produce or don't produce. Make sense? Please let me know if this is making sense. And when you detach from thought, when you make space from thought, now you don't have to be a Tibetan yak tear drinking yogi, someone that's fully enlightened and that's why you meditate. No, you can just download straight away after this Mindset Mastery session. G'day, Luke. Great to have you here. You can just download the Headspace app, and start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes of meditation a day. It's a practice, my friends. It is a practice. But I promise you, if you practice aligning your negative thinking to positive thinking through the art of meditation, and you do this for 28 to 30 days straight, you will notice a significant shift in your physiology, in your mental state, in your emotional state, and in your spiritual state. Why? Because it takes 28 days to build a new habit. And what that really means is it takes 28 days to detangle and build new neurological pathways in our brain, meaning every day we have 90% of our thoughts are negative and the same, or 85% are negative and 90% are the same as yesterday, and we're thinking 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day. We're building new pathways, maps, and electronic connections in our brain that are hardwired to fire negative, 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 negative. And if you don't interrupt that pattern and make some space and stop thinking those thoughts and start actively building and creating new, empowering, positive, uplifting, inspiring thoughts, if you don't do that, you're still going to have that morass. Meditation creates space, so you have awareness of the quality of your thoughts, and you can start actively choosing beautiful thoughts by inserting amazing affirmations, telling yourself, telling your brain who you are, and really giving up the crap story and the crap beliefs. But you have to give it up. You have to actually give it up. And most of us, guess what? We don't want to give up our crap thoughts and beliefs because we get a benefit from it. We get to suffer. And the unconscious condition of human being, or human doing, should I say, is suffering. We are addicted to suffering. We are addicted to feeling crap about ourselves. And it's uncommon and unfamiliar to actively feel good about ourselves the majority of the time. Does that make sense to you? Please let me know here on Facebook and here on Instagram. So a daily practice of meditating and affirming who you are will really help literally dissolve the protein pathways that you've built in your brain to be fired and wire in a direction of negativity. They will dissolve, and you will actively build new neurological pathways. If you don't believe me, when I finish this live, I'm going to post a video that shows a new neurological pathway being born and an old neurological pathway leaving your brain. Okay, so that's critical. I just want to go back and read. Do Insight Timer best meditation app. Oh, okay, great. Insight Timer is Lloyd's suggestion on a meditation app. Always adding value, Lloyd. Thank you very much. I'm working negative thoughts or it while traveling on my own. Okay, so here's my invitation, Luke. Don't work on your negative thoughts. Just don't give them energy. Replace them with positive thoughts. Think positive thoughts. Ask yourself, what actually would I love? What would I love? It's a different frequency, and you take your focus from your head to your heart. Great that you're doing something about it. But where attention goes, energy flows. So if you have a negative thought over here and you're trying to change this negative thought, then the focus is where? It's on the negative thought. If we just go, ooh, awareness, look at that. I've got a negative thought. What would I love to happen here? Boom. How will that feel? Boom. And you shift your focus and your energy to what you love. This is getting no attention at all. So have awareness, ignore it, and start creating really great positive thoughts. I hope that helps. When I do as I think and feel, the gold comes. Running with my intuition and initial thought, it pays off. Luke, amen to that, brother. Your intuition is your inner tuit. That's what it means. Intuition, inner tuit, inner teacher, inner guide. It knows the truth for you. And as Martin Luther King said, you know, you don't need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. When you get an intuitive hunch, you can take action, and then the next step will appear, and then the next step will appear, and the next step will appear. But remember, as human doings, we want certainty and security. We want to get it right, and we want to know how it's going to go. And we pull all these handbrakes up to resist taking action because we're afraid it won't work. But our intuition's saying, hey, Luke, just do this, mate. Just make that call. Just stop at that house and like whatever. It's just telling you, whispering to you from a higher place what's true for you. Okay, Taylor says, yoga is also fantastic with meditation. Yes, Taylor, 100%. I'm restarting my yoga practice today. I haven't been doing it for a very long time. I've been inconsistent with that. Oh, you're really welcome, Luke. I'm glad that makes sense. Okay, so we've got 4 out of the 5 A's. Awareness that you've got a negative thought, it's great. It's hit your awareness. You're not in the sediment of unconsciousness. 2, acceptance. Accept, oh, you have some negative thoughts. Awesome. That doesn't determine who you are. And accept it's part of being human. What you resist persists. So if you accept it, it has no power over you because you're not fighting it. You go, oh, yep, know where that negative thought comes from, and adjust. Adjust your thinking from negative to positive by taking your focus off the negative thought and asking yourself, what would you love? Remember, there's 2 pathways, fear and love. It's really quite simple. And then you must have a daily practice, whether it's an app on your phone to meditate, whether you do it on your own, whether you integrate it with yoga, whether you do affirmations. You are the divine DJ, and you have 2 channels, positive and negative, and your subconscious brain is only going to manifest that which is the loudest, that which is the most powerful, that which has your attention. It does not know the difference between a positive and negative frequency. It just says yes to whatever you're broadcasting the most. So you must do it, though, consistently to have those neurological pathways that I talked about disappear and to actually build new ones. And finally, accelerate. This is all about consistency. Don't just do it for 28 days and 30 days to build new pathways in your brain. You must do it every day of your life. Meditation is not about being able to just feel good all the time. It's also about building a reserve, building a bank of resolve in your being when times get tough, when you are challenged, that you have the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual capacity to respond appropriately rather than act out of fear. Does that make sense? So, awareness, acceptance, adjustment, alignment, and accelerate through consistency. They are my 5 A's to shift a negative mindset. And if you don't do any of them, if you struggle doing any of them, consider your ego is winning. Your ego is addicted to suffering. And that, my friends, will be a very unhappy existence. So that's my Mindset Mastery Monday for today. Please tell me, did that make sense? And out of the 5, I'll say them again. I'd love you to type in, if you're not driving, which one do you know you need to practice the most? Is it actually having awareness of the quality of your thoughts, like getting curious and interested? Is it accepting you're human, it's going to happen, and accepting it's just part of life, but you don't have to be stuck in that quagmire? Is it realigning your thoughts by having a daily practice, even if it's just 5 minutes to start off with? Is it aligning by having that practice be a consistent practice every single day so then you can accelerate your capacity to powerfully respond? Which one is it for you? Is it awareness? Is it acceptance? Is it alignment? Is it is it adjustment? Is it alignment? Or is it accelerate? Doing something consistently? I'm really keen to know. So type that in, and that's my Mindset Mastery Monday for today. Remember, this is all for free. It's here for you because I want you to win. I know that many of you and many people that you know maybe don't have the funds to invest in a one-on-one coach, but don't let that be the reason why you're stuck or your friends and the people you love get stuck, whether they're in real estate or not. I'm just really here to serve. Hey, Marcus, great to have you here. Thank you. I need to work on adjust and align. Adjust and align, great. So that's do it. So having the awareness and acceptance, great. So you're saying, Karen, adjust, do something about it, and do something about it consistently. Great. Now you have an access. So you've got the app that Luke recommended, Insight Timer, I think it was, and Headspace is another real positive one. All right, some comments are coming through, which I always love. When I do as I think I feel, I've read that one. Yeah, Tina says yoga is fantastic. Thank you. Yes, I read that before. Meditation, alignment for me. Yeah, great one, Tina. Makes good sense. I need to realign my thoughts and practice it every single day. It is the practice, my friends, and please don't expect too much too soon. Linda, g'day. Great to have you here. Alignment. Good. Alignment. So the key theme that's coming through from your messages are you have awareness. You are accepting that it's part of you. Maybe you've meditated, but you're not consistently doing it. Does that make sense? So alignment, doing it consistently. Makes total sense. Yep, great. Accelerate. My consistency has been terrible lately. Thank you for the life. Oh my God, love, you are welcome. Mindful Muse. Oh, what a great name. Mindful Muse. Thanks for tuning in. So that's it for today. I'm with Karen, says Kim. Yeah, great. Friends, you know, life can be really tough at times. There will be things that will come left of field that will test our resolve. And I promise you, you are the master of your domain. You can have people tell you things, you can have people write you things, and they will give you gifts left, right, and center. And some of them will just be poorly wrapped. It's your decision whether you accept them or not. Please get curious and interested in this. And if you really want to accelerate your understanding of the power of your mind, start following one of my mentors, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He specializes in neuroscience, quantum physics, and is the world transforming the experience of being human and radically improving the quality of health and well-being by upgrading our mental capacity. It's his meditation that I do in the morning. It takes about 1 hour and 23 minutes. And it's a ride, let me tell you, but it is phenomenal. So I'm on this journey with you. Now, if you are navigating something specific, okay, and you need a raft, you feel stuck or you feel oscillating or you're inconsistent and you want a hand, reach out to me. I'm here to support and help you, okay? I'm absolutely here for you. If you haven't taken advantage of our complimentary 30-minute discovery session, this is where I spend half an hour with you. It's valued at $250 to help you solve a problem, get unstuck, shift your thinking, go behind the scenes of your subconscious mind. If you're watching this on Instagram and you want to book in, go to my bio and you can just click a button and go in and book one straight away. It's completely complimentary. If you're on Facebook and you'd love one, email my EA, Kriti, C-R-I-T-Y @TMJ Coaching. Say, I would love a discovery session. Let's get you in, okay? So life is an absolute gift. We are the master of our mind and domain. And if you've got a negative mindset, you've now got 5 A's to address. Where are you at? But consistency is key. I'm going to drop in a video as soon as I finish this that will absolutely show you what happens in our brain when we think consistent thoughts time after time. And it will just confirm what I've been saying. Thanks for choosing to spend your time with me this morning. I will be back, of course, for Rapid Fire Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this Friday, where I just reflect on the key coaching themes for the week and share rapid fire tips that hopefully will be of service to you. This, as I said, is free. I would love you to share it if you got value out of this. I would love you to tag your friends if you got value out of this. My mission is to help as many people as I can live happy and deeply fulfilling lives, just because we can and we deserve to. So thanks for spending some time with me this morning. You have a beautiful 2-week, Tina. Thank you so much, Kim. Is that you sending your email because you want to book in a discovery session? Awesome. G'day, Val. Great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. We are just wrapping up the 5 A's to shifting a negative mindset. I love you. And as always, remember, in the words of the late, great Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said. They'll even forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Do something today to make yourself and others feel miraculous. Feel great, feel love. Text a friend, send a video, send a voicemail, drop off a gift, send a card, phone someone. Trust your intuition. When you think of someone, maybe their heart is sending a signal that they need connection. All right, my friends, Jen Rom, thanks for tuning in. Love it. Mindfulness Muse, thanks for saying you love it and thanks for tuning in. We are wrapping up. I'll be here again for Mindset Mastery Monday, next Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Rapid Fire Friday. Much, much love. We'll speak to you soon. Thanks for choosing to spend your time with me. We'll end this on Instagram and we will wrap up here. Your weekly emails done, Kim. We'll add you today, my love. Thanks for choosing to tune in. Have a beautiful week, friends. Go be great. Love yourself.